Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about something really cool. Smart learning. Now, learning is something we all do every day whether we realize it or not. But what does smart learning really mean, and how can we make learning more fun and easier for ourselves? Well, let's dive in and find out. Imagine your brain is like a sponge. When you learn new things, your brain soaks them up just like a sponge soaking up water. But if you try to put too much water in at once, the sponge gets overwhelmed and spills everywhere. The same thing happens when you try to learn too much information all at once. It's not very effective and you might forget some things. Smart learning is like using a sponge to soak up just the right amount of water, making sure you're not overwhelmed but still learning a lot. Now, think about a toolbox. Inside a toolbox, you have different tools for different jobs. A hammer for nails, a screwdriver for screws, and so on. In the same way, smart learning is about having the right tools to help you learn better. These tools can be different ways to study or practice. For example, instead of reading a book over and over, you could use pictures, videos, or games to help you understand the material better. These are like the different tools in your toolbox that make learning more interesting and fun. Another great way to learn smarter is by breaking things down into smaller chunks. Have you ever tried to eat a huge sandwich all at once? It can be hard to chew and finish, right? But if you cut the sandwich into smaller pieces, it's much easier to eat. This is what we call chunking. Instead of trying to learn a huge topic all at once, smart learning means breaking it down into smaller parts. For example, if you're learning about animals, start with mammals, then move on to birds, and then to fish. This way, you're not overwhelmed and you can really understand each part before moving on to the next. One of the best tricks for smart learning is to test yourself. Imagine you're learning how to ride a bike. At first, you might fall a few times, but the more you practice, the better you get. Testing yourself works the same way. If you study something and then quiz yourself, you're practicing what you've learned, which helps you remember it. You can even make up fun quizzes or flashcards to test your knowledge. It's like playing a game where you get better each time you try. Another smart way to learn is by teaching what you've learned to someone else. Think of it like this. If you're trying to teach your friend how to play a new game, you'll need to explain the rules and show them how it works. Teaching helps you understand things better because you have to think about it in a clear way. So, after you learn something new, try explaining it to a family member or a friend. Not only will they learn, but you'll remember what you learned too. Also, smart learning means staying curious. Imagine you're on a treasure hunt looking for clues. Every time you find a new clue, you're more excited to find the next one. When you stay curious, learning becomes an adventure and you're eager to discover more. So, ask questions about what you're learning and don't be afraid to explore new ideas. The more curious you are, the more fun learning becomes. Finally, don't forget that it's okay to make mistakes. Imagine if you were playing a game and you made a mistake. Instead of giving up, you would learn from it and try again, right? The same goes for learning. Mistakes are part of the process and they help you get better. So, instead of getting upset when you don't get something right, just remember that each mistake is a chance to learn and improve. In conclusion, smart learning is about using the right tools, breaking things into smaller parts, testing yourself, staying curious, and not being afraid to make mistakes. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share this video.